Welcome back to Bazaar Morning Call. Well, for now, the SGX Nifty is down about 70 odd points. So it looks like it's going to be a start on the back foot for the bulls. A lot of Asian markets are also under pressure this morning. Hong Kong is down about, I think, 1.5%. 2% now gone on Hong Kong market, and a couple of others in the red. But our research team is here to give us a list of top 10 stocks as we begin trade this morning. Poonawalla FinCorp is the one on our radar, and Nimesh can tell you I told you first. Nimesh, over to you.
Thanks, Sonia. So today, there is an official announcement last evening that Poonawalla Finance has agreed to sell the housing finance business to TPG for 3,900 crores. Now, that means they're selling the stake at price to book of close to 3.4x, which is quite decent, given the valuations for the other housing finance companies. So I'll go with the green for this. But interestingly, the company has gone ahead and said they're going to focus on technology-led growth, and they're targeting an AUM growth of 35 to 40% over the next 3 years. And they're looking at investments in the technology and analytics. Now, what I understand, going forward, they might also, do an acquisition in the fintech space on a big deal. So that's something to watch out for going forward. But today, I'll go with the green for Poonawalla, largely because they've sold the housing finance business at almost 3.5 times book to TPG for 3,900 crores.
All right, Nimesh, let's rebrand your segment, D Street Chatter in the afternoon. And in the morning, when you're on, let's call it, as we told you. Because I think, the strike rate is absolutely astounding. And congratulations. So not just, this one, but a few others that you put out on the chatter, all getting confirmed within a day or maybe the next couple of days.
Going with, Nimesh's personality, he can rebrand it as Maine Bola Tha.
All right, so don't miss that, the segment D Street Chatter, which, of course, which comes on at 3:05, 3:10 every day in the afternoon. Nimesh, thanks for that. IRCTC is the next one, where there is a OFS. Mangalam is here with more. Mangalam, hi, morning.
Good morning. So a lot of people on the street were anticipating this to be announced soon. And yesterday it was announced, the IRCTC government announcing their offer for sale has formally happened. It's a 2.5% stake that is the base offer at a floor price of 680 rupees, which is at a 7.5% discount to yesterday's close. So to that extent, the opening will be lower in that stock. In case of additional, subscription, they also have an option to sell an additional 2.5%. So the total offer would be close to around 5% The government, of course, owns around 67.4% stake in the company. So if it is oversubscribed, so to that extent, their stake will come down too. Because the floor price has a big discount, expect the stock to open in the red today.
Okay, all right, Mangalam, thanks a lot for that. Well, let's hop across to Sonal. She's filling in for the pharma space. There's a deal announced out there as well. Sonal?
Yes, good morning, Nigel. Well, it is between Glenmark Pharma and JB Chemicals, where Glenmark Pharma has gone ahead and they've divested that cardiac portfolio, goes by the name Roselle in India and Nepal, and they have sold it to JB Chemicals for a consideration of 313 crore rupees. Now, the franchisee sales for this cardiac brand in the first half of FY23 was at 29 crore rupees, and JB Chemicals will be funding this acquisition via long-term debt and internal accruals as well. Now, remember, JB Chemicals had a debt of 150 crore rupees in its books as on first half of FY23. The total market size of this portfolio, that is the Roselle franchisee in India, is 2,440 crore rupees. So that's the opportunity size that we are talking about. Credit Suisse has written on JB Chemicals, where they say that this portfolio that has been sold to them has an EBITDA margin of 60%. However, this acquisition is neutral or maybe mildly positive in terms of EPS accretion for the company. India now constitutes 2/3 of JB Chem's portfolio, and this acquisition has been made at 9 times FY24 EBITDA of this Roselle portfolio itself. So expect these two stocks to be in focus on the back of this acquisition.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. So we'll keep an eye out on both JB Chemicals and Glenmark Pharma. But Sapphire Foods is also in focus. Nimesh is here to tell us the latest on that. Nimesh.
Hi, Sonia. So a large block, over 11% equity is going to change hands today. 3 marquee investors, which includes Sapphire Food Mauritius, they are going to sell close to 40 lakh shares. Goldman Sachs AMC is going to sell close to 32 lakh shares. And QSR, which is a private equity, that's going to sell close to 1.5 lakh shares. Now, the floor price is 1330, but I believe the deal will happen in a block window, so 1% discount to yesterday's closing price. For all the investors except for QSR, there is going to be a 90-day lockup. But given that there is a strong demand and the block expected to be in the block window, expect the stock to be in the green today.
All right, thanks a lot for that, Nimesh. And Nimesh also alerted us about VRL Logistics. Vivek, promoter sold out there.
Well, absolutely right. He had indicated it earlier, and it's been confirmed. So yesterday during the session, we saw a very large block changing hands as far as VRL Logistics was concerned. So one of the promoters, Vijay Sankeshwar, yesterday sold almost 5.42% stake in the company, and this particular deal was done at 570 rupees a share. Now, some good buyers coming in terms of mutual funds. ICICI Prudential Mutual Fund, Max Life Insurance bought almost 7 lakh shares, and also Quant Mutual Fund picked up stake in yesterday's block deal. Now, just to reiterate, Vijay Sankareshwar held almost 33.72% stake at the end of September quarter, and the promoter as well as the promoter group entities held almost 69.59% stake, so a reduction of a little over 5% stake as far as the promoter group entities are concerned.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. So that is on VRL Logistics, 5.42% stake sold by the promoter. But there are some more stocks that are in the news. Vahishta is here to give us the lowdown. Vahishta, over to you.
Hi, thanks for that, Sonia. Let me start with Shriram Properties, which has acquired Golden Era, which is a plotted development project with an aggregate saleable area of 10 lakh square feet, which comes in northern Bangalore through its wholly owned subsidiary SPL Housing Projects. Now, Golden Era is a plotted development project of the Golden Gates Group, which was a stressed asset with lending entities and part of the IIFL Group. 125 crores has been committed towards the acquisition and development of this project. Moving on to Torrent Pharma, which has entered into a co-marketing partnership for its anti-diabetes drug and its fixed-dose combinations in India. This comes with the background of India being the second largest diabetes patient base in the world with an estimated 74 million adults. Thermax had earlier received demand notices for the excise department for approximately 1,318 crores, for which Thermax had filed an appeal against the same before the Customs, Excise and Service Tax Appellate Tribunal in Mumbai, and the tribunal has now allowed the appeal in favor of Thermax on the 13th of December. So some positive news here, though there is no financial impact on the company due to the said order, and the last stock is Hinduja Global Solutions, which will be having a board meeting on the 19th of December to consider a proposal for buyback of shares, and the cash and bank balance on the books of the company is at approximately 2,300 crores. Back to you.
All right. So that's Vaishya, thanks very much for that. Let's quickly recap things for you, right? So our top stocks with positive news flow are Poonawalla FinCorp, Glenmark Pharma, JB Chemicals, Sapphire Foods, VRL Logistics, Shriram Properties, Torrent Pharma, Thermax and Hinduja Global Solutions, while somewhat reddish could be IRCTC on the back of that OFS news flow. All right, that's the list of stocks to watch. Well, Manisha is now joining in for a roundup of what's making headlines in the commodity space. Manisha, hi, good morning.
Morning, Prashant. Thank you for that. I'll start with the crude oil prices, where we have seen a 2% of a jump up yet again for a third straight day. Positive trades coming in for the crude oil prices. And we have moved quite far away from that one-year low that we hit on December 9th itself at $75 a barrel. So holding above 82 on the screens. The U.S. crude inventories jumped the highest since March 2021, but even then the crude price trading firm. That is because of the supply disruptions due to Canada's Keystone Pipeline have continued and may continue for the next couple of weeks as well. And then there are statements from OPEC and IEA which have offered bullish demand outlook for 2023, especially with the Chinese markets reopening, and that continues to add premium to prices. But no such luck for the metal space today, where you have seen some decline come in. Some profit taking is on the screen right now. The U.S. Fed has delivered expected 50 basis point rate hike, but the terminal rates will be higher, and no rate cuts before 2024 is what has led to profit taking. And the traders now clearly are awaiting for the ECB, Bank of England, and the Swiss monetary policy decisions this week. The next couple of sessions, that is, are expected to be choppy alike.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot for that, Manisha. Well, we'll slip into a short break. Up next, Gurmeet Chadha, Managing Partner and CIO at Complete Circle, will join in. We'll discuss some fundamental stock analysis. Later on, we'll connect with Nirmal Jain, founder and chairman at IIFL Finance, as the company obtained co-lending commitments for nearly $2 billion. Stay with us.